Bristol Toyota Pace Truck pulls down to the infield. 25 laps the distance for the Chaz's Auto Body Sport Trucks, ready to have at it off of turn number 4. Steve Bowden looks the field over. Up on the throttle they come. We're underway, sport truck style. Saritelli and Heilborn race down it to turn number 1.
Off of turn 1, down the backstretch. Heilborn with the nose advantage. Saritelli right there. They go into 3 and 4, battling door to door across the stripe. Lap 1 in the books.
Both drivers looking for their first career sports truck win. Sets the pace wheel to wheel off of turn number 2. They go down the back straightaway. Heilborn with about a half a nose advantage. Saritelli evens back up off at turn number 4. Slideways off the corner. Saritelli up top at lap 2.
Saritelli, he's your leader on the high line there. The battle behind them. Tom Scully, the third, in third spot, trying to hold off DJ Thibeault, and Mike Duarte is, as they come off 4 and across the stripe. Saritelli continues to lead.
Dane sets the pace down into turn number 1, shuts the door on Heilborn and leads the charge off of turn number 2. Tom Scully, the third, sits third. They're stacked up double wide behind him. The 50 of Duarte and the 78 of Thibeault. And look at Duarte down underneath Scully. Scully gets into Thibeault. Caution flag. 2 trucks involved, 3 trucks, 4, 5, all get involved down the front straightaway.
Wow. Calamity in turn 1 at lap number 4. That is going to put us under caution, and they will try to work that out. It all started coming across the stripe. It was a couple of trucks, the 50 with contact with the 78 and the 5, and it just collected a whole slew of trucks down in turn 1 and 2.
Yeah, Rick Martin had just stopped in time, and then the 42 and the 12 hit the brakes, and the back end snuck out from both of those machines, and they find themselves all involved with the 5 in. 21 laps remain. Ethan Heilborn, Dane Saritelli. Dane elects the outside lane on the restart. There's a green flag, and Dane gets the jump on the start, leads it down into turn 1. Heilborn settling into the second spot, while Duarte and Church battle for third.
Here comes the battle for third. Right to the back bumper of Heilborn is Duarte there. He gives him a shove. He's going to try to push him out of the way as they come across the stripe. Battle continues for that second position.
Duarte down to the inside, takes over the number 2 spot down the backstretch. Heilborn battling back up top. Vanada up to 4th. Church back to 5th. 6 is the 80 of Cavallaro as Arsenault gets loose off of turn 4 as the 77 of Lenny Guy's got to take evasive action. He's able to gather it back in, but lost a handful of spots.
Rick Martin took that opportunity at the back of the pack to pick up a couple of positions as he continues to weed his way through the pack. Up front, though, right now, it's Saritelli over Duarte and Jake Vanada right there for third.
Closing in on the lead is Mike Duarte in that teal and black number 50. Right up on the back bumper of Dane Saritelli. He takes a look to the outside, down into turn 1. As they come off of 2, tries it again. Saritelli blocks. Here comes Duarte to the outside.
Duarte all over the back bumper of Saritelli. To the outside now, across the stripe. Saritelli still has the lead. Duarte doing anything and everything he can, but now he's going to have to contend with Vanada down the back stretch.
It takes a couple of laps to wind up that top lane, and that's what Duarte is trying to do down into turn number 3. Saritelli doing a great job holding on right down on the inside. Duarte trying to close in at the top. Gets about a half a car length behind down the back stretch into 3, trying to even it up.
Here they come. Saritelli holds on to the lead. Duarte all over the outside line. Here comes Vanada checking into this battle for the lead. Up front, it's door to door down the back stretch.
As Vanada sits in that 3rd spot, trying to find a way. Saritelli throws it in hard and deep down to the inside. They come off of 4 down to the stripe. Duarte will take the lead at lap number 12. Dane Saritelli tries to battle back down low. Duarte too strong on the outside.
Duarte strong on the outside, and it's going to be halfway home here on this one. Right now, Saritelli holds on to second. He's got a rear view mirror full of Jake Vanada and Mike Cavallaro looking to check into this project now as well.
Caution flag is out. Jack Brewer spinning down in turns 1 and 2. Turns 3 and 4, and that brings out the second caution at lap number 13 for a single truck spin down in that cornfield. Out of harm's way, looking for the green off of turn number 4, Mike Duarte. Dane Saritelli up on the throttle. We're underway one more time, and as they roll down, it's a 1. Saritelli trying to get the run back on the outside as Vanada gets a nose up underneath and looking for second.
Duarte gets up in front of Saritelli, and here comes Vanada now. He's going to go to the second position as Saritelli gets shuffled to the outside. Tim Bolger into the picture here as well, now looking for third.
Bolger has really come into his own, and he's going to be dangerous come playoff time. Looking for third, down into 3 and 4. Amy Arsenault also in tow on the inside. Looks underneath the 80 of Cavallaro.
Jake Vanada has said it's just been one thing after another and a pendulum swinging with the little struggle of consistency. Tonight, he looks pretty good. He's up in the second position as he comes off 4 and across the stripe. 16 laps on the board.
9 more circuits to go in contact between Vanada and Bolger, and look at Cavallaro get a run up on the outside. He's gotten up to 4th around Saritelli. Looks to the outside of Bolger as Bolger is really knocking on the back door of Vanada.
Vanada has his hands full with Bolger in his rearview mirror and Cavallaro right there on the outside. A little further back in the action, Rick Martin continues to pick his way through traffic. He's into the 8th position now as they come across the stripe.
Cavallaro working that outside is evened up with Bolger down into turns 1 and 2. That's the battle for third down the back straightaway behind the 29 of Vanada. Vanada trying to hold on as Cavallaro winds up the outside lane. A good run down the front stretch into 1.
As Vanada continues to keep everybody at bay, he holds the second position, but Mike Duarte has checked out up front off of turn 4. He has almost a half a straightaway advantage over the rest of the field.
Down off the second corner, and Duarte in control in a big way. Down the back straightaway, contact again. Vanada gets sideways as Bolger squeezes on by. 3 wide for 4th. Off the corner, Saritelli hangs on. Cavallaro up to 2nd, Bolger 3rd, Saritelli and Vanada, your top 5, a straightaway behind Mike Duarte.
It'll be 3 laps to go here at the stripe as Mike Duarte is your leader, looking for that first win of 2024. As he leads Mike Cavallaro, Tim Bolger, Dane Saritelli, and Jake Vanada, the top 5 down the backstretch.
Twin sticks in the air, 2 more circuits to go for Mike Duarte out at the front. Vanada goes to work on the 45 of Saritelli. Martin takes a look to the inside of Vanada. That's the battle for the 5th spot. Off at turn 2, Vanada gets loose, gathers back in. White flag for Duarte off of 4.
What an impressive run for Rick Martin, picking his way through the field after that lap 4 incident. One more time around, white flag in the air for Mike Duarte down the backstretch for the final time.
Into 3 and 4, checkered flag high in the air. Mike Duarte breaks through his first win of 2024. Cavallaro in for 2nd, Bolger 3rd, 4th to Saritelli, and rounding out the top 5 will be, Rick Martin. Holt taking down that 5th position by a hair.
Wow.
So how about that? Picking up his first win of the season, your current Sport Trucks points leader, Mike Duarte.
As rounding out the rest of the top 10, Jake Vanada came home 6th, Amy Arsenault came home 7th, DJ Thibeault brought it home 8th, Ethan Heilborn 9th, Jeff Belyea comes home 10th, Lenny Guy 11th, Daryl Church 12th, Adam Giacomosi 13th, Marissa Morgan 14th, Jack Brewer 15th, Doug Rio 16th, and Tom Scully III came home at 17th. As Kevin makes his way down to talk with our podium.
This truck was on fire tonight.
Oh yeah, this is the best, I think, truck I've ever had in 11 years. We were fast when we made an adjustment this week, did our homework, George did. That really helped. And then he says it's just a little, I'm going to make a little more adjustment, try to make it even better. I'm speechless. That was...
Tell us about that battle with Dane for the lead. You worked that outside lane and didn't look like you lost any momentum at all.
Yeah, Dane was entering a little high, and I was like, oh, I'm going to do a crossover, but then he was decent enough in the center to block it. So I said, oh, if I see Jake coming, I go, I got to time this right and get on the outside, and hopefully I'm not in the 3 wide outside situation.
You had the option on the restart, the inside or the outside. You picked the inside. How come?
The way I saw Dane, how he was entering. If I was on the outside, he could drift up enough, then that would have left the door open for Jake.
Finally getting through for that first win this year. You climbed out of the truck, said, we finally did it, Ma.
Yeah, I lost my mom about 2 weeks before opening day, so To say this has been a frustrating year, personally, outside of racing, extremely. But this has been the best consistently competitive racing season I've ever had in my career, and it's still been frustrating.
We're going into the playoff now, and you've got some momentum behind you with this win. What are your thoughts going into it?
Nothing. I'm not going to change anything. I'm going to keep driving the way I drive. Seems to be working.
A lot of people behind you getting this truck into victory lane tonight.
Yeah, I got to thank my entire team, George Kurgi, my crew chief. I'm still speechless how awesome this truck was. His wife, Sandy, my dad, my brother, Kyle couldn't be here, so maybe he won't come next week and I'll win again. My biggest fan, my Aunt Lisa's here. I saw her cheering when I came around. The Casper family, Kenny and Rochelle, they root for me, so that's... And I got to thank Farrier Sons Oil and Heating, Eric's Auto Service, Boss Lady Graphics, and Roach's Landscaping for supporting me.
Congratulations. Welcome to Cavallaro. And Mike, you're getting the consistency a little bit better.
Yeah, earlier when I talked to you in the pits, you mentioned how I might pick up a spot tonight, and we did. We finished third last week. We got a second tonight. The truck was hooked up really well on the outside. I made a lot of great gains out there, and considering we started 12th and ended up second, and I was catching Mike, I had a damn good race. It's the first time I've seen a smile on your face in a long time with this truck. It's got to feel real good. Yeah, it's been a tough season. We've been working really hard on this thing every week. This morning, around 11 to 12 o'clock, I decided to change the setup one more time, and we got here a little bit late. Was fast right off the trailer. We were the fastest truck in the second practice. Heat, we got involved in a little bit of traffic there, but considering the feature we started 12th, we did great.
I know you got some people you want to say thank you to.
Yes, RDL Outdoor Power Equipment, the Elmwood Dodge Ram guys over here in the corner. We got Higher Graphics, Fun City Trampoline Park. I forgot last week to mention One Connection Dispensary in Dayton, Highland Power Washing, and East Coast Collision.
Congratulations, great run for second. Maybe next week another spot?
Yeah, I could go for that.
All right, Mike. Tim, a good run for third. Man, there was a lot of traffic around you all night.
Yeah, there was a lot of traffic, especially coming from 10th. Just glad we could pick up a podium finish with third. Really just can't thank everyone who helps us get here. Jimmy Kuhn and Kuhn Race Cars and Parts, Elmwood Auto Collision, 01 Designs, and just everyone for coming out every Saturday night.
You got to feel real confident going into the playoffs.
Yeah, it's nice to keep having some good finishes like this, getting through traffic, and just looking forward to the playoffs.
Let's say thanks to your sponsors and team.
Yeah, a huge thank you to Jimmy Kuhn and Kuhn Race Cars and Parts, Elmwood Auto Collision, my girlfriend Christine, my mom and dad for helping me every week, and 01 Designs, and thanks to the fans for coming out every week.
Congratulations, great third.